Hi! Welcome, welcome. I bring you to my dirty kitchen because life and busyness and because I'm tired. And this is what I got for you. I wanted to share with you a recipe and just some quick little hacks for the holidays, and when you're having all your holiday stuff. So hopefully somebody will come on here and say hi. I was just gonna clean my kitchen while we talk, but it's just that time of the month and I'm not gonna do it because I don't feel like it. Hey Tracy. So I made these they were really delicious cookies. Some really delicious cookies. Taylor says hi. And they were so I just finished this No Other Gods. You say hi? Say hi. I just finished this study by Kelly Minter. It is very, very good. It's hard, but it's good. And I got so much out of it. I have quite testimony to come from it, and it's just really great. And so in here, which I just thought was such a great idea. Hey Mom, hey Danielle. At the end of each week, there is a recipe in here, which I'm like, yes, because then you can have, food with your small group. So I made one of the recipes in here, which is milk chocolate, white chocolate, and toffee chip cookies. So good. And they were good. You liked them.
Did you put salt in them?
Well, you're supposed to put salt in them. I don't know chemistry for baking, but I know that salt is a requirement. You couldn't taste the salt. Don't listen to her. She doesn't know what she's talking about. They were delicious and she loved them. So I made these cookies last night and they made a lot of cookies. And so what I did was, instead of baking all of the cookies, I froze them, because that's what you do. So that's what I'm going to show you is all of my cookies. So this isn't even all that I made that was extra. So hey Donna, hey Belinda. So what you want to do is, when you are making cookies, I don't know where my other thing is. Oh yeah, here's some more. Here's some more in there. This is a Ziploc bag for sandwiches, and this is, y'all, this is so heavy. This is a gallon-sized bag, and you can see this sucker is full. All right, you wanna take this? So I have an event tonight that I decided I was gonna bring some cookies, and so, here, put those back. Thank you.
Put the other one on.
Well, I'm gonna put these in the oven right now.
Why?
Because I'm gonna cook them. So what I did was I made the entire batch, okay? I made the whole batch, and then I scoop them out. I did not use this scooper. I used a 1-inch scooper. I believe this is a 2-inch scooper. I think it's a 2-inch. It's, honey, it's not in there. I think this is a 2-inch scooper. Anyway, I scooped out each of the cookies. I've washed my hands, except when I just touched my eye, but I have washed my hands. They are clean. So it made perfect little cookies, little mounds. And so just like if you were to go to the store and buy pre-made cookies, this is the same thing. So I made the full batch of cookies, okay? I made all of them. I mixed them all up. And then I got out my largest sheet pan. I put down some parchment paper and just made a bunch of little balls of cookies, okay? And I laid them all out, and they were touching a little bit, but not too bad. But they were not stacked. They were just a single layer, okay? Put them all in a cookie sheet, put the whole cookie sheet in the freezer, let it freeze for a little bit, and then I took them all out and I put them in a big bag, which I'm going to put them all in smaller bags like this so that I can just pull out one, or the kids can pull out one and make cookies, and then they feel like they've done something, and it's a huge thing. Hey, Lorraine. That's a lot of cookies. Yes, it is a lot of cookies. It said that it made 60 cookies, but I'm telling you, I baked 48 cookies last night, and that all right there, and this is the extra. It was so many cookies. Hey, Lexi. So make all your cookie dough, and yes, and it's gluten-free. Yes, I made these gluten-free so that we can have them. So, oh, I'm going to tell you a little trick about that. So, comment below, do you want to know this recipe? Because I will share it with you, and then you can go make it, and I'll share it in the comments as well. Do you want to know this recipe, or are you just like, I got enough cookie recipes, I don't need one more? Because if that's the case, I don't have to tell you. But if you want it, then I'll absolutely give it to you. So, you put it on your big cookie sheet, okay? I have a big cookie sheet here, and then I have these silicone mats. You just put that down right there, and you just put your cookies on there. Easy peasy, right? And these bake at 350 for, it said 8 to 10 minutes, and it said until golden brown. But what I did was I cooked it a little bit longer because they weren't golden brown. And I think they might have been too hard. So this time around, I am going to do it for the 10 minutes and then just pull it out, even if it's not golden brown, because I want them to be good. So I'm gonna put a couple extra on here because apparently that's how many I put in this bag. So, okay, I need you to share. Yes, I will share the actual recipe. Okay, Belinda, so you can take notes while I tell you this, but I will put this in the comments as well. And this makes, they won't brown well on the nonstick. Well, they didn't brown the top. They didn't brown the top, and you saw the cookies today, Mom. Like, they just didn't brown, and that was after extra time. So, I'm not sure why. So anyway, I have the oven preheating now so that I can cook these frozen cookies. But that's what I was saying, if you have a big batch of cookies, hey Kara, if you have a big batch of cookies and you don't need to cook all of them, or you're like, if I make all these, I'm gonna eat them, then freeze them. So I put them on a big sheet with some parchment paper, put them in the freezer, and then put them in a bag, and easy peasy. Easy peasy. So, now we can just pull out whenever we want and make some. Easy. I love it. And the kids, oh my gosh, the kids can make cookies, and I mean, that's so awesome. So, that's what I'm doing right now. So, this recipe, it says, like I said, it said it makes 60 cookies, but I just showed you how many I got out of it, and it was a lot. So, hey Steve. You look nice today. I'm at ETC. Thank you, Kara. We just got home from our homeschool community group, and we had Thanksgiving, so I felt like I had to put some makeup on and stuff, but that's why I look. Thank you. Appreciate it. Okay, so Mom says, my gluten-free cookies don't brown. Okay, that's good to know. So I am going to take them out at 10. Did y'all hear that beep? It's time! So, putting in the cookies. And here it is. You ready? And if somebody wants to comment these down there, this recipe, that would be awesome too. So you get 2 cups of butter softened. So that is 4 sticks of butter. 4 sticks of butter softened. 2 cups of granulated sugar, white sugar. 2 cups of packed brown sugar. 4 eggs. 2 teaspoons of vanilla, 5 cups of quick oats, and I will explain this to you in a moment. 4 cups of all-purpose flour. Now, oh, where's my flour? It's behind here. Pause. So, when we are making, hey Ashley, when I make cookies, our family is gluten-free, and I have to be dairy-free, so even though I made these cookies with dairy, you could only take so much out of a recipe, right? So, hey Brittany, so when I make a cookie gluten-free, the only thing that I need to do to make it gluten-free, is get a gluten-free flour. And there are so many out there. And one that I really like and I've used a lot is
That is snowing.
it is snowing, is the King Arthur's gluten-free flour. Hey, Tiffany. And this is it right here. And it is cup for cup, which means 1 cup of this is a substitute for 1 cup of regular flour, okay? So when I made these, I just substituted cup for cup, okay? So 4 cups of this gluten-free all-purpose flour. This is the King Arthur flour, and I got it from Publix. It was $9.96, I think, and this is 3 pounds, okay? So that's what I've got there, okay? So let's see, what was next? 4 cups of all-purpose flour, a teaspoon of salt, 2 teaspoons of baking soda, 2 teaspoons of baking powder, and then 2 cups of white chocolate chips, 2 cups of chocolate chips, and that was one of the 12-ounce bag of chocolate chips. That was one of each of those. And then 1 bag, I lost my recipe, 1 bag of the toffee bits, which you can find those in the baking aisle. These are like the Heath, Heath toffee bits. That's what this is. So what you need to do first is to make sure that your butter is softened before you make it. And that's what really makes a big difference between certain mixes. Some of the cookies, you want them to be firm, and you cut, not cookies, some of the cookie recipes, you want the butter to be firm, and so then you cut it up and you mix it up, or you get one of those potato masher thingies. I don't know, there's probably a name for it. And then some of them, they would need to be softened, not melted, softened, and that has to do with, baking chemistry. So take the butter and all your sugars, and you mix them up so that they say fluffy, and I just did it until it looked like it was coming up like a peak. And then you add in your eggs slowly. Add them in, mix, okay? And then you do all your dry ingredients on the side. So you mix all that on the side, and then 1 cup at a time, you mix it into your big bowl, okay? And with all the wet ingredients, one cup at a time, blend really well in between, and then continue. And then at the very end, all you do is you stir, because you don't want to break up all the chocolate chips or the bits. You stir in all the chocolate chip things. And then, like I said, this is a 2-inch, but I used a 1-inch cup, 1-inch dough ball maker. This is like a ice cream scoop. Here's my ice cream scoop, and this is the cookie one. This, I'm pretty sure it's 2-inch. Maybe 1.5 inches. I don't know. So, and that's it. That was it. Easy peasy. So, and then you just cook them, it says, for 8 to 10 minutes, and then let them sit for 3 minutes. I think I have a tiger in my living room. I think so. Do y'all hear it? It might jump out at me. Hey, Brooke. So, that's it. We've got, I did not set a timer. I'm going to have to look at these cookies now. We'll see. So do you have any questions for me? I know that was pretty easy and quick, and it really didn't teach you much, but the takeaways are, this is a fantastic study. So rich in goodness. Careful. Okay. Hey, Shannon. And it has recipes, which is great. They have recipes. That was a cookie recipe. They have, Kelly has salad recipes. And can you turn that back on? It got dark on my face. Salad recipes, pasta salad recipes, a pizza recipe. So there's lots of, I'm going to move you because you can't see me very well now. There's lots of recipes in there. Lots and lots. Okay. I don't know what else to say. Do you have any questions? Hey, Whitney, any questions for this recipe? I will comment and post the recipe for the cookies in the comments below. I will put a link below for the gluten-free flour. This is King Arthur flour. Really good brand. And
that will already end it already.
Oh, the thing that you have to do, that was the thing. I was like, I know there was something I'm missing. With the oats, you have to blend the oats in a food processor. I put them in my Vitamix in the my Vitamix has a dry container. So this is the dry container, and it's smaller. I don't know if you can see by my hand. This is smaller than my big container that we use every day for our coffees and smoothies and stuff. And you make a oat flour from these oats to put in the cookies. And that's a thing that you are going to put in the recipe. And that's something that, please stop. That if you do not blend this into a flour.
Did you say salt?
No, I said stop.
Say salt.
No.
If
you do not blend this into a flour, I have to, yes, you would have to use gluten-free oats. You are correct. Yes. So if you do not do that, then these are going to look like oatmeal cookies instead of a chocolate chip cookie with oat flour, if that makes sense at all. Hey, Meredith. Hey, Hope. So that's all I have. Any questions? Any questions with any gluten-free stuff? I can definitely make another post talking about gluten-free substitutes and different recipes and stuff. That's all I got. If you make these cookies, I would love for you to post a picture or send me a picture and show me how they turned out and what you think of them, because I had a lot of fun doing it. We actually did this. Again, it's that time of the month. I'm not feeling great, and I just didn't want to do school yesterday. And so instead of like our normal schooling, I went through this recipe and I taught the kids about teaspoons and tablespoons, and when we need to double a recipe, what that looks like. So we're dealing with equations, we're dealing with reading, we're dealing with the science of like how if you put too much of something, what it does, and with the rising and the falling of the cookies. And so it was just a really great lesson, and we got to cook and eat cookies afterward, which is fantastic. So, oh, and they also helped me to find the ingredients in the store and helped me to count, because some of them we needed so many of one and a package only had so much, whatever. And so we did a lot of counting. It was so much fun. So I guess my encouragement to you today is to use things around the house, normal things that you would do, and use it for teaching your kids. It's wonderful, and they get knowledge from it, and it's useful life tips, which a lot of people, a lot of kids nowadays, like they've taken home ec out of middle school, and so some people, some kids don't get the chance to, they don't get it, honey. Some children don't get a chance to learn how to cook, and then they become adult and they eat out all the time because they don't know how to cook. And so I want my kids to be self-sufficient in that area and know what they're doing. Belinda says, would love more gluten-free recipes, some that are actually good. We only have good recipes in this house. I'm telling you, we make good food. It does not taste like paper. I will definitely make some more recipes like that. Mom, if you made these with margarine, would you be able to eat them? Yes, I would be able to eat them if I made them with margarine. Your generation does do much cooking because of that. Doesn't or does? Does do much cooking. Doesn't do? I don't know what you're saying there. Because when I was in middle school, we did have home ec, which I didn't take it because I took band and choir and like all the other things. But I had a wonderful mother who did do lots of cooking and taught me how to make things with anything that I had around the house. So I didn't have to have a recipe to be able to cook something. And if I need to go to the grocery store, I can just look in my cabinets and find some things and make something out of it because of what I was taught before. And I love being able to teach the kids that. My oldest, Noah, is really good at that. He, if there is leftovers in the fridge, he usually will use those leftovers in some kind of a breakfast egg thing. And it is so awesome because number one, he's using leftovers in a different way, which he's 8 years old. Like, that's amazing. Number two, he's cooking by himself on the stove. I'm in the area as well. Hey, Candle. Hey, Christian. So it's so good to see that. But then number three, he is serving his family and loving on us well. And it's just, I just love seeing that. And I love that
Dad.
because of what I was taught from my mom, I'm able to pass that on to my kids. And
Honestly.
hopefully, okay, hold on. And hopefully in these videos, you will be able to, can you see? You will be able to teach your kids as well. I'm hoping that, and maybe if it's not your kids, maybe if you don't have kids, maybe it's just you that needs some help. And that's absolutely fine. There is no shame in asking for help with cooking because we all were all raised differently, and doesn't mean that it's bad or wrong. It just means it's different. So anyway, that's all I have. If you have any questions or concerns or comments, or if you want me to talk about something, please comment below or message me and I'll make it happen. Kendall, oh, thank you. You're so sweet. So that's all I have today. Cut back on Sunday as we dip into God's Word. 3 p.m. is when I go live on Sundays. And I will see you then. Bye, everybody.
I know what to do.